You know that one of the most frequent commands that God gives in the Old Testament is the command to remember. And he tells the Israelites to remember many, many different things. Remember God, remember they were slaves in Egypt, remember this command, remember this law. At the end of Deuteronomy 25, he tells them to remember something else. Remember the Amalekites. It wouldn't have been a pleasant memory. He says, remember when you were on your way out of Egypt into the Promised Land. Remember when you were tired and you were worn out. You just felt beaten down. Remember when you needed some rest, you needed some help, and you came across the Amalekites, and they didn't give it to you. They were harsh, they were mean, they were angry, they were evil. They made your hard journey even harder. They made your tired bodies even more tired. Remember them. Because when the Lord gives you rest in the Promised Land, he went on to say, then you will see that the people who wore you out, they didn't keep you from the good things God had in store for you. You get worn out too. There are people who make your life harder than it needs to be. There are people who don't help, people who don't love, people who hurt, people who are cutting with their words, people who are oppressive with the demands that they put on you. They make your tired body even more tired. They make you feel even more worn out than you already do. It's one of the many reasons Jesus invited you. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. And in him, you'll always find somebody who relieves you of your burden, who lightens your load, who invites you to place the things that are heavy on your heart and give them to him, with the promise that he will carry them. And he will do far more good with them than we ever could on our own without him. And that does also apply to the people who make life harder than we would like it to be, and the people who wear us out to a very large degree, even if the person who does that most consistently, well, is you. Maybe you wear yourself out. Maybe you try to be God so much that you're reminded again and again that you're not. Maybe you try to go through life without God so often that you've seen the consequences of what will always happen. Something will fail. Something won't work. Something will remind you that you need God with you. But even if you're the one who wears yourself out most often by your mistakes, your regrets, your sins, even if the person you are most tired of in this world is the person you see in the mirror every morning, well, when God gives you rest in the Promised Land he has already provided for you, then you will see that even that person didn't stop you from enjoying and having and receiving the most beautiful rest God could ever give to anyone. The rest of knowing that you are in God's family. The rest of knowing that you are forgiven. The rest that you will enjoy for eternity in absolute perfection. Not because you and I are so good at doing the things we need to do in life to provide that rest, but because Jesus was. Because Jesus already did them. Because Jesus did not rest until he hung on a cross and we were forgiven. And because He already did, you always are. And nothing, not even you, can take you away from the heaven that's already been prepared for you. So come to Him. Whatever is wearying you, whatever is burdening your heart, hand it over to Him. He'll gladly take it. And you will find rest for your soul. Rest well tonight, my friends.